everybody, Andy here again. Today I want to show you my two jazz boxes, which both are Gibson L5. This one is from 2010. I bought it used, but this one is like new. I got it from a friend who had it at home. He couldn't play anymore. He had it for 10 years lying around and never played it. So the only thing is I made this cut here. But it's like new, and it's it has a pretty round neck, a little bit thicker than the other one. What's also interesting is that these newer L5s are a little bit broader, maybe a half centimeter. I write it down in inch later. The scale length of these guitars is a little bit longer than the typical Gibson guitars. It's 25.5, just like a Fender Strat or Telecaster. That's also a good thing, and ebony fretboard and stuff, and yeah. On these guitars I use Tomastic strings, Tomastic George Benson, 0.12 to 0.52. I used flat ones when I was a young guy and I was imitating Pat Martino, George Benson and all those guys, and I never played flat ones, but I can't stand flat ones anymore. I don't want to play them. So I use these round ones, and the G string is plain. I get an extra G string from Tomastic Infeld, and it's a plain G. Tomastic is a company. They are in Vienna, pretty around the corner. And their former boss was Peter Infeld. He was a great guy. He was a real Patreon for musicians and artists and everybody. And yeah, it's a great company. They build great strings. I think they are leaders in violin and bass and double bass strings. But the guitar strings are great too, especially these jazz guitar strings. I think they're the best you can get. They sound smooth and they stay very long, and I like them very much. So this is this guitar. I show you a little bit closer. It's pretty new. It's a very fine guitar. I don't want to sell it, I just show it to you. This one, it's a blonde one. It's not really blonde. It's like gold brown blonde, something like that. This one is from, I'm not really sure. It's from 1969 till 1971. I'm not really sure about that date. It's a little bit smaller here than the other one. Maybe you can see it in the video. Look. I think it's possible to see that. It's lighter. This one, the 2010, is pretty heavy. This one is very light. It has 3.4 kilograms. I'll write it down in pounds later. It's also a very good looking guitar. I got it from Gregor Hilden from Germany just a few months ago, and I love this guitar. The other one is more like a real jazz box, but this one is pretty yeah, you see, these guitars don't sound very good acoustically, but when you put a cable in it and take an amp, it's great. They are great. And one thing about the L5 is that you can plug it in any amp. It can be a cheap amp, it can be whatever, transistor radio. This guitar will sound great over the amp because it has so much tone in itself. You don't lose that. The mids are so strong. If you try it with a Stratocaster or a Telecaster or even a Les Paul, you can have problems with that. It can sound pretty ugly. but not so with these guitars. The neck is flat, very comfortable neck, and yeah, it's pretty original. Only the scratch plate here is not the original. I was told it doesn't look like yeah, it looks like original, but I was told it isn't. And so are the tuners. You see the tuners here. They are mostly on Gretsch guitars or on Gibson Super 400. When you use one of this, then it doesn't fit. So you would need some bigger one, because it always throws down. So, but these tuners are so broad here that you get pretty fast by tuning the strings. So look how beautiful it is from the back. And yeah, here it's a very, very nice guitar. Yeah, I always have these leather things here. It's just to deaden the strings here, because with this tailpiece, the strings are used to make a little bit sound when you play. I don't like it. I have it on all these guitars who have those kind of tailpieces. One thing about the L5s, here you see a Tunematic bridge. There are L5s who love the wooden bridge, especially the ebony bridge, in my opinion. Until now I had about 5 L5s. One of them was borrowed by Tomastic Infeld. They borrowed me this guitar for over 10 years when I was younger, and I didn't have the money to buy those things. And this guitar loved the wooden bridge more than the Tunematic. So this differs from guitar to guitar. Some prefer, it also depends on the players. I played a lot of others, but I never had a bad one. There was no bad L5. So maybe I show you a little bit how these guitars sound. But I record only with the camera mic now. This one on the neck pickup. I put some reverb on it. This is so fat. And on the bridge pickup. I wanted to show you this guitar even sounds good with a distortion. On the neck pickup, and I turn it back, and well, it sounds better without this overdrive pedal. Yep. And the other one sounds, I think, a little bit more jazzy, more this blub 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 jazz tone. Yeah, let's see. This is more a jazz box. is the cabinet, and I don't play very loud. It's pretty, yeah, not very loud, but no feedback. I need an assistance. So I play the same with this guitar. Well, that's how this guitar sounds. So yeah, I hope you like this little video, and if you subscribe my channel or make comments, there is also a coffee donation button if you like. Yeah, I wish you a great time, and stay healthy, and yeah, stay happy. See you.